I think it's safe to say that the vast majority of us has experienced a lot of very raw and powerful emotions this week, and I felt it was only right for me to bring it up in today's video, considering it is my first upload since the passing of Ozzy Osbourne. It doesn't matter what subgenre of metal you listen to, Ozzy has had a huge impact on that, and we wouldn't have the metal world as we have it today without his influence. I certainly wouldn't be the person I am today, and I certainly wouldn't have this channel. This channel would not exist without Ozzy Osbourne. So for that, I dedicate this video this week to the legacy of Ozzy Osbourne, and all I have to say is thank you. Thank you for everything. Hello everyone, how you doing? Welcome back. I hope you're all doing really well today. I'm Lindsay, your host of the Heavy Metal Journal and writer for the Moshville Times. And today I am back with New Metal Monday, where I talk about my favourite new releases of the week. And today I have 4 brand new albums that I want to talk about. So let's jump straight into these. Okay, so first up on today's list, I have Bloodletter with Leave the Light Behind. And this is the 4th studio album from the melodic thrash metal band from the US. Sharp riffs, polished melodies and massive rhythms combined with classic thrash metal and modern melodeath. This is a really fun yet incredibly heavy and dramatic album which has this very brooding, ominous atmosphere with a lot of groove behind it. What I really like about this album is how much it transitions between that frantic, epically fast-paced energy and mid-tempo groove stomps and then back again, so this album certainly does keep you on your toes. This is a solid 34-minute slab of classic thrash metal mixed in with modern melodeath. It's incredibly catchy, but it has a very sharp edge to it. I love it when bands blend subgenres together to create a very cool, captivating sound, especially when they incorporate a lot of themes of the supernatural, the occult and witchcraft and the afterlife, which is exactly what you get with this. So if you're a fan of the likes of Sodom, Creator, Warbringer, especially Warbringer's latest album that they brought out earlier this year, this one is definitely for you, but definitely check it out. It has that classic thrash metal, bouncy, heavy feel, but it has that ominous, evil sound to it that comes with modern melodeath. Definitely check this one out. Okay, so next up I have Abyssery with Interminable End, and this is the debut album from the death metal band from Ireland. I absolutely love this, and it is an incredibly powerful debut. I love old school death metal, but when they incorporate a lot of groove and doom metal into the mix, I am instantly hooked, and that is exactly what happened with this album. The power behind this record is immense. You've got flurries of spiraling riffs, screaming solos, the blast beats are intense, the bass lines are incredibly chugging, and the guttural growls and screams have so much energy behind them. But there's a lot of melody and groove behind this as well, but it's very much on the harsher, denser and heavier side of things. This is a battering ram of sheer death metal ferocity with a lot of doom metal elements incorporated into it. It's very dark and it is incredibly explosive. This is no nonsense, straight to the jugular, in your face, no fluff, no pomp and pageantry, death metal with doom metal elements. So if you're a fan of the likes of Decapitated, Obituary, a little bit of Cryptopsy and Mother of Braves in there too, this one is definitely for you. But I love my straight to the point, no nonsense, incredibly evil and ominous sounding death metal that has a lot of stompy stomps and a lot of groove moments in it too. Check this one out. This is a fantastic debut. Do not sleep on this one. Okay, so next up on today's list, I am not going to pronounce this band name properly, and I'm not even going to attempt the album title, but I have Jordfäst with this one. And this is the 3rd studio album from the melodic black metal band from Sweden. I am so sorry, I cannot pronounce that for the life of me. I have tried. You should see my bloopers reel. It's beyond a joke. So I'm just going to put it out on the screen here. This is melodic black metal with a lot of folk elements, and it is dynamic, incredibly haunting, very dark, but so ridiculously catchy and addictive at the same time. So as with black metal, you have a lot of tremolo and you've got a lot of blast beats and very dense bass lines, but the melodic side of things definitely takes on more of a folk and heavy metal edge. But the folk element really does come into the vocal style. Now you do have your black metal vocals with a lot of your guttural growls and screams, but you also have your folk metal element as well. So there's a lot of really cool haunting vocalizations that have a lot of melody, and it's quite melancholic too. Now, even though this is quite a melancholic sounding album, it goes incredibly hard and there's something quite intoxicating about it. And I love how they've weaved the folk and the heavy metal elements in amongst that second wave of black metal sound, which I absolutely love. So if you are a fan of the likes of Dark Throne, Immortal and Bathory with a lot of folk elements thrown into the mix, this one is definitely for you, but I absolutely loved this. I found this incredibly addictive to listen to, and it's one of those black metal albums that I can't help but listen to over and over again. Definitely check this one out. Okay, so last up on today's list, but certainly by no means least, I have Hemelbestormer with The Radiant Veil, and this is the fourth studio album from the post-metal band from Belgium. Now, this is primarily an instrumental album, but on occasion you do have the odd vocals coming in here and there, but they are incredibly sparse, and the focus is very much on the instrumentation. I absolutely loved this album, particularly the haunting keyboards. They're very Lovecraftian and interstellar, and that's exactly what this album is about. It's traveling through the mysteries and the secrets of the solar system and the universe. So you definitely get that celestial interstellar feel when you're listening to this. But don't get me wrong, because the black metal, the doom gaze and the post-rock elements are prevalent throughout this album as well. The guitar work is also a massive standout on this album. The riffs are incredibly intricate, they're very detailed, and they're quite progressive at times as well, so you don't know what direction it's going to go in. But they've struck an equal balance between dark and light. This is very ethereal and, like I said, celestial and interstellar, and it gets quite haunting at times too, but then when the guitars and the drums come in, it goes incredibly hard and it's full of really rich melodics. This is a fully immersive, cinematic soundscape that really captivates you, and the band have perfectly demonstrated their musical prowess and their artistic nature. Plus, the album artwork is incredibly beautiful as well, and to be honest with you, it was definitely the album artwork that grabbed my attention for this record. So if you are a fan of the likes of Alcest, Enslaved, a little bit of Devin Townsend and Harakiri for the Sky, this one is definitely for you. I was completely blown away by this one. Definitely check this one out. And that's it for this week's New Metal Monday. Once again, comment down below to let me know what you think of today's records, and if you have any of your own recommendations, please let me know and I will definitely get them added to my list. I'm going to be honest, a lot of my listening was dominated by Ozzy Osbourne this week, as I'm sure it has been for the vast majority of us, and I probably have missed the odd one or two albums. So if I've missed anything that you think I'm going to like, please let me know and I will definitely get that checked out. If you use Spotify, make sure to follow the Spotify playlist that I've got linked in the description box below, because I update that every single Monday as soon as one of these videos goes live. But if you don't use Spotify, I have also included the band's Bandcamp links in the description box, just so you can find the music that I'm talking about as easily as possible. If you want to follow me on social media, please feel free to do so. All of my handles are in the description box as well. Thank you all so much. I really appreciate your support as always, and I will see you very soon in my next video.